On school safety is Rick Joseph, a Birmingham educator and a member of the State School Safety Commission. Rick, thank you for being with me this afternoon.
It's a pleasure to be with you. Thank you.
Well, in light of the recent events in Oxford, there's been a lot of discussion on how or if this tragedy could have been prevented. Based on your experience, do you think more could have been done?
I think it's very difficult to say whether more could have been done in order to prevent this tragedy. I think that what happened in Oxford is the latest in a long string of violent incidences that have happened over decades in the United States. And I think that it's critically important that we consider three areas that will address the issue of school shootings, not only in Michigan, but throughout the country. And the first thing we have to be mindful of course, is our students' mental health. And there's a critical shortage of counselors, school psychologists, and social workers in Michigan public schools. So that's kind of priority number one. Priority number two, of course, is to make sure that we have safe schools that have protocols in place to respond to potentially violent incidences, and that our staff and students are trained as they were in Oxford. And then, of course, the third consideration is to make sure that everyone in school settings is aware of the need to have wraparound services and coordinated efforts to make sure that we're addressing the social and emotional needs of students as proactively as we possibly can in order to keep everyone safe.
Well, Rick, you were touching on school safety, and when it comes to it, it seems every district is different. Some have metal detectors, some don't. Police on campus, no police. Do you think there is some kind of safety tool that every school should have?
I think it's critically important that every school is aware of the different protocols that work in these kinds of situations. And as was indicated in the case in Oxford High School, those teachers and students had been trained, for example, in the ALICE method of being mindful of options so that they could evacuate from a dangerous situation if that were possible, so that they could lock down if they needed to in a way that was safe, and so that they could resist or they could fight back if that were possible. And so that's kind of the baseline as far as reacting to a violent incident, and that did occur in Oxford.
Well, we certainly appreciate your time. We are in a day and age where shooter drills are almost equivalent to fire drills in terms of students going through them and what they need to know. It's a very hard, sad reality, but we need to protect them. So, Rick, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.